Hi everyone, welcome to Stationery Island's channel. I'm Jana and today I will be flipping through my bullet journal from the beginning of the year until the end of June. Since half of the year has already gone, I actually can't believe it. I feel like 2019 just started and sometimes I still think it's 2018. I also wanted to do a flip through because I've used up all my pages in my bullet journal since I've been using the same one since September 2018. So for my next plan with me, I'll be showing you how I migrate to a new notebook, so please look out for that if you're interested. Alright, so to start the year, I did a little page with a motivational quote to make sure I'm pushing myself to just do the things I want to do, and then I did a very neutral, very plain page that just says 2019. Next, I have my future log and my 2019 goals page. I just kept the first few pages of the year very neutral because I didn't want it to clash with any of my monthly themes. Then I have my collection spread, which I kept pretty simple but still tried to make it look interesting with the little drawings. I'm so happy that I got to travel quite a bit this half of the year. For the next half, I'm hoping to read more books and listen to more podcasts. Okay, so I have my January setup and my theme for this month was stars and sparkles. So I just did a quote page and a cover page, then my monthly log with my goals for the month and my wins as well, so that I'm not just nagging myself all the time, but I'm also celebrating my small victories just because at the start of the year, we all want to be better, so we're writing all these quotes and just making sure that we're doing something. So sometimes we forget to appreciate the present because we're too busy working on the future. So it was a nice little reminder that I was actually achieving something in that month. Then here I just have my mood tracker and my habit tracker. For this habit tracker, I decided to do this kind of graph thing, which always feels like a good idea, but I always end up not enjoying it as much as my grid trackers. Then I just have my weekly spreads. This year I wanted to spice up my monthly spreads by doing a different setup each week, and I think I did all right for the first month. I also decided to only use one page for each week to save paper, so that's why I have these single page spreads. My favorite spread in this setup was definitely my cover page. I just like the look of it and I also really like the quote I chose. Okay, so now I have my February setup, which is one of my favorite themes that I've done this year or probably ever, especially since I saw so many people recreate this theme on Instagram, and even after February some people were still recreating this theme for a different month, so that really makes me so happy seeing all your recreations. I also added a little extra page here for Valentine's Day, and this is called Love Letters to the World, which was basically a gratitude list just to remind myself of everything to be grateful for each day. I really enjoyed using this spread because it really helped me practice gratitude more, which makes me wonder why I haven't really done another gratitude log since, but I'm definitely going to be reusing this idea in the future. Next, I also made a little pocket to put little love notes to myself, and then I have an ideas page next to it. I also like this spread for my February highlights. I especially like the border, and just filling in my highlight spreads makes me really happy because it's such a fun thing to do. You'll see in some of my other setups how much I've enjoyed doing my highlights page, so just keep watching if you wanted to see that. Here I have my weekly spreads. I really enjoyed setting up my weeklies this month because my theme was so fun and I really liked playing around with it. So I did some postcard ones and I also drew many cute little envelopes and little airplanes. And so of course my favorite part of this spread is my weekly spreads. Up next I have my March setup, and I'm going to be honest, I do like this theme, but I definitely could have done better on my doodles. If I had to do this again, I'd definitely use a thicker pen to draw everything just to give it more personality, but I think when I was setting up I thought I should keep it light and pastel. Still, my favorite part of this setup is the cover spread with my quote and title page, just because I think it's the most aesthetically pleasing out of the lot. Here I have my April setup. For my cover I used the blues in our Brush Pens Essentials Plus and used our Acro brush to blend everything. I really enjoy doing watercolor. It's easily one of my favorite things to do, so I really enjoy doing the cover for this. Here I played around with pockets again and did a little page I called Message in a Bottle, where I could put notes about the days in the month. If there was anything exciting or sad, just anything worth writing about, it went in the pocket. And for my favourite spread in this setup, I had to go with my tracker pages just because I like how colourful they turned out. Next, I have my May setup where I did more watercolour work, which I really enjoyed. I also used our fine liners since we launched them in May, so that's what I used for my quote page to write the text and do all the cute little dots and sparkles, which you will see throughout the month. Then I have my mood tracker and my habit tracker. Then I have my highlights page, which turned out really nice because I went on a trip to Bergen, which is probably the most beautiful city I've ever been to, so I took lots of pictures and put them on my highlights. So my highlights page is easily my favourite page in May because I really enjoyed using it and adding all the pictures, and I also really like the border that I painted around the page. And finally, I have my June spread, and my theme for this month was oranges, and I really enjoyed drawing all the oranges and just looking at my spreads because of how bright and colourful they are. I also have my monthly log, which is a tiny bit bigger than usual because I wanted to put little doodles in the boxes. Then I have my nice colourful trackers and my June highlights. I just love how the whole thing turned out because I just enjoy looking at the oranges, and the green leaves add so much to it as well. I just really like how all the spreads turned out, so I think I'm going to try to do more setups in this style in the future. So this month my favourite spread has to be the cover page because that's where I started drawing the oranges first, but I also do really like my trackers and my highlights page because of how they look, but unfortunately I had to pick just one. And after my June spread, I have my July setup, and I did a plan with me video setting up for July, so you can go ahead and watch that if you want to see the rest of the pages in July. I will leave a link to that video in the description box below and in the cards above. And those are all my spreads from January to June. If you want to see a flip through of my spreads last year for inspiration or just to see how I've progressed, I'll leave a link to that in the description box below as well. And just because I'm a bit nosy and I do enjoy looking at other people's journals, if you have done a flip through video and you want me to check it out, please share it in the comments below. And as usual, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week.